Well, the India correspondent Shyama Mishra joins us for more. Shyama, what do you have for us from the fifth monetary policy?
Well, you have to understand that we all were talking about how the inflation is beyond the target range or beyond the comfortable range of RBI. And this time around, RBI governor has again emphasized that, even if it's down, it is still not in the comfortable range, and we cannot be complacent about it. We will always be closely monitoring it, and our target would be to bring it in the range of 4%. We also understand that a good surprise from this time's monetary policy, however, everyone was expecting that status quo would be maintained. The surprise came in with the 7% GDP forecast. Everyone is quite happy about it, and also the markets, we've seen the rally after that. To speak more on the entire RBI policy announcement, we have Anant Singhania with us. He's the CEO of JK organization. Sir, first things first, how do you see this RBI's decision? We were expecting that there'll be status quo, no changing of rates. So how would you translate it?
So I think it's been a very balanced approach that the Governor Shaktikant Das has done with this MPC. I think this is a sixth straight rate with there's no change in the rate. Fifth, okay, yeah. Thank you. What I think is that there's definitely an uptake in the markets with you look at the Sensex. Sensex is close to 70,000. We've got a very large number of the domestic demand is very high. The investment cycle has come into place. So actually, when they come up with a conservative, I think the RBI governor has gone on saying that 7% is slightly on the conservative level. So if this uptake continues, look at the GST numbers. We are at a record high, 1,70,000 crores. Which is almost $20 billion. So this clearly shows that, the China plus strategy, which may have started during COVID, has started to pay out. There's a lot of investment happening, the demand is there, and many sectors are doing very well.
Also, when you're talking about, this is like the conservatory side, we heard the governor saying and the panel of, stalwarts saying that October to November is the period where they've registered robust records, and 7% is just something, it could be beyond that as well. Governor also mentioned that the summer of 2022, with the worst of inflation, is behind us. How do you see, what makes you confident that, the factors that India's GDP or India's economy is posing, that you are confident about it?
So I think the 4.8% is much lower than what it was. So people were really feeling the pinch of inflation. But now with the target of 4%, I think it's doable. Also, I think in the last week or so, what we've seen at the election side, the uncertainty that arises if there's going to be A government or B government, I think the Modi government is here to stay. So I think that certainty that gives a lot of impetus on people's investment outlook, on what they want to do with their businesses. So I definitely think it's going to be something that we will achieve and go from a 3.5, 4 trillion to 5 trillion very soon.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for talking to us. So that was our expert, and we all can understand how the markets are panning out, and we can understand from the investors' sentiment as well that India is definitely a bright spot, and that is what is reiterated by the governor every policy. Back to you.